Hey, I'm Rebecca from DevourDinner.com and welcome to my kitchen. I am so glad you guys are here today. I'm excited to tell you about your new Instapot. I have the Instapot 6-quart Duo Plus. That's what I'm going to be showing you today. Sometimes the settings are put in a little bit different places on your pressure cooker model, but that's okay. Follow along. So let me help you with a few of the crazy terminology that goes on in the Instapot world. For starters, let's talk about what a quick release versus a natural pressure release. You're going to find on any recipe that you go to, at the end of the cook time, it's going to tell you if it has a natural release or an NR, or a quick release, a QR. It's very important to know what those stand for. An NR is natural pressure release, and that's when we let the pressure naturally release over time, and we do the suggested time for the recipe. A quick release is when we open up that pressure valve and let that steam shoot to the ceiling. That's the only difference. We quickly release it. So don't be alarmed when you see an NPR or a QR. It's that simple. Another element of your pressure cooker are all the settings on the front panel. There are preset settings for you to use. So let's take a look. The front of your panel will look something like this. In the lower right-hand corner is a button that says Pressure Cook. Pressure Cook is important because that is like your manual setting to override everything else going on here with your display panel. The Duo Plus also has a rice feature, a multigrain, porridge, steam, sterilize, yogurt. Now, the yogurt button is one that you can use to make a cold start yogurt in very easily. You will also find on the lower left-hand side the Saute button. The Saute button will heat your lower element so you can saute some of your vegetables or brown some of your meat before you pressure cook it. There are other settings like soup and broth, meat and stew, bean or chili, cake, or egg. You have your buttons in the middle that you can delay your start time. You can cancel anything that you're working on. There's your keep warm button and your pressure level. It's important to recognize that for the majority of the settings, they're all a preset time. So they don't take into consideration exactly what's going on and what you're putting in there. You can always use the pressure cook button feature and set your own time. Setting your time is super easy. To set your time quick and easily, go ahead and press the pressure cook button. Then use the plus and the minus keys to adjust the time. Minus will go down, plus will go up. Once you've reached the time that you want to set, it will only take a minute for the Instapot to register that in its programming system, and you will get a beep knowing that it's accepted it, and it will read on. Now let's talk about some fun tips with your Instapot. The lid, when you lift it up, has these square edges on the top and the bottom. Those will fit nice and neatly into the handles of your Instapot. Your lid is secure and will hold there, which is a great place to put it after you've pulled it off, and all of the steam inside will run down and will collect in your liquid tray in the back. You know the ladle that came with your Instapot? Well, it has many functions. It is wonderful as a ladle to scoop anything out inside. But have you ever paid attention to this little hook on the end? This little hook perfectly rests right here on the top of your liner pot and won't fall down in. Brilliant, don't you think? Another fun tip with your ladle is this rectangle hole on the handle. This rectangle hole makes it very easy to open your pressure valve on your Instapot. Then you don't have to have your hands or fingers close to that hot steam. Way to go, Instapot. Did you know that you can use your Instapot as a double boiler? You can. Making and dipping chocolates is a breeze with this tip. Go ahead and put in 2 cups of water into the liner of your Instapot and use the Saute button to heat it up. Then, with a glass bowl that is larger than the size of your pot, place it on top. Now, put your chocolate candy wafers, your chocolate chips, anything that you're using to dip inside of this glass lid. As the liquid below gets warm and creates steam, it will heat the bottom of the glass bowl and perfectly melt your chocolate. Brilliant. Want to learn how to take your silicone ring in and out super easy? I've got it for you. The silicone ring should be taken out between every use. Think about it. You don't want all of that food and debris caught up on the underside of your silicone ring. That would cause a lot of bacteria and make you sick. So make sure you pull it out after each use. It's really easy to do. With 2 fingers, go ahead and just grab the ring. It's silicone, so it won't stretch. Once you have it out, you can wash this with hot soapy water and a sponge and rinse it off. You can put it inside of your dishwasher on your top rack and let it get cleaned there as well. Now, if you're like me, you like to have separate rings. One ring is for savory dishes and one is for sweet. Now, putting the silicone ring back in really is easy. The first thing that I do is I just set it back on top. Remember that there is this metal ring right inside that your silicone ring needs to fit behind. So I start by just tucking it in one location. And then I'll hold it in place as I push the rest of the silicone ring down until I reach the starting point. It gets a little tight when you get back to the starting point. That's okay. Then I give a little bit of a twist to my ring to make sure that it just is loose underneath the metal ring. If it doesn't twist, you know your ring has not been fully put on correctly. Let me show this to you again close up. You're going to want to put your silicone ring and tuck it in behind this metal ring right here inside of your Instapot. So lay that silicone ring right on top and just tuck it in behind. Then with your fingers, work around the circle, tucking it in. As you get back to the starting point, it will get a little bit tight. That's okay. I like to go around it twice to make sure that it's fully down in. Once I think I have it mastered, I look and make sure that I can see not only the silver ring, but both sides of that silicone. And that's how you know it's in and secure. Keep in mind, if your silicone ring isn't placed in correctly, your Instapot will not pressure up. So it's super important to make sure you know and are comfortable with putting your silicone ring in and out. Go ahead, give it a try. All right, and that's a quick runaround for your new Instapot. I'm so glad you have it. I hope you'll follow along. I do lives every Sunday on my Facebook page at Devour Dinner. So hop on over to Facebook, follow along, and get those notifications. And if you like this video, please smash the like button. Leave a comment down below. I love to hear from you. Again, I'm Rebecca from DevourDinner.com, and you have a great day.